welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today we're going to be looking at using our dies as stamps. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and then we're also going to make 5 cards, and we're going to do that using this gorgeous kit from the latest Crafter's Companion magazine box kit. So let's have a little look through the kit. So there's this small die set, so you get the frame, you get a corner piece, and you also get this kind of end piece as well. So they're really detailed, and that might put you off using them as stamps, but actually you'll see that they work really well. Then we've got this 6x4 embossing folder with a really lovely frame pattern. We've got this gorgeous large stamp set with all the florals and tons of sentiments on there. And then we've got the paper pack. Now the paper pack doesn't fit super well into my camera shot, but I hope you'll be able to see enough. So you've got a page full of cut parts, and you've got this page on the back, another page full of cut parts with this on the back, and then you've got some really pretty kind of like watercolour style floral pages. And I like that some of them are quite busy and some of them are really muted, depending on what kind of card you make. I think this one's my favourite, we're going to use that later. And then we're back to the beginning, so you get 2 of each one. So let's get on and make some cards. So to create our stamps, we're going to take some fun foam. Mine's actually got a sticky layer on the back. I'll link to it below, but any fun foam will work. It's just you'll have to add adhesive if it doesn't have a sticky layer. So then I'm going to die cut this just in the same way as I would usually. Even though it's thick, it goes through on the same sandwich as cardstock does. And then you can see all these pieces come out as well, and it cuts surprisingly well. You can see it's got all of these details. So then I can push out these extra pieces, and if there are any smaller pieces you can always use a pokey tool, but they, as you can see, they just pop out. So now that I've pushed all those pieces out, then I'm going to use the sticky part. I peel that off, and I'm just going to add that to a block, and I would use a temporary adhesive if you're doing this with your own adhesive, if it doesn't already have adhesive on it. But if it gets kind of too sticky and it's not wanting to come off the block, you can always add a bit of rubbing alcohol or something like that to break it down. So then on this first card, I'm just going to do some simple stamping. So I've got a 5x5 inch piece of cardstock. I probably will cut that down, but I'm not sure exactly what I want to do yet in terms of the size. So I'll leave it as 5x5, which is the same size as my card blank, so that I can stamp it, see what it looks like, and then cut it down if I want to. So I'm going to have this die cut as the centerpiece, and I'm going to stamp a pattern around that. So I'm going to lay that there so that I know what I'm working with. And then I'm going to grab some kind of like pale teal ink, and I'm just going to ink this up in the same way as I would a normal stamp. So you can see that's nicely inked. So then I'm going to stamp this, and I want this to stamp kind of next to where this die cut's going to go. And then I will also stamp that on the other side. And then I'm going to continue that pattern along the top and bottom as well. And then I'm just going to heat emboss this "So Very Thankful for You" sentiment onto pink cardstock. And I'm going to do that in white embossing powder. So then I've cut another piece of foam with one of the other dies from the set. So I'm going to add that onto here. And then I'm just going to heat emboss this at either end of my sentiment. I didn't line it up exactly as I wanted it the first time, so I've just redone it now. I'll just heat emboss everything together. And then I'm just going to cut round that kind of pattern at the end. And the same at the other end. So then I've cut 3 of these pink die cuts, and I'm just going to glue them together to give them a little height. So then I've cut this piece down so that it is 4.5 inches square. And I'm just going to pop it up on my card using this foam. You can see this is actually a piece of foam that I cut one of the dies from. And then I'm just going to add that to my card front. Then I'm going to add on my die cuts. And then I'm going to add this across the middle of that centre die cut. So I'm going to add a couple of foam pads to the centre of here. And then I'll just add that across. And then I think that looks really pretty. So I'm going to do some more heat embossing on this card. So I've got a 4.25 by 5.5 inch card blank. I've got that lovely paper, which I'm going to cover my card blank with. So then this piece is 2.75 by 4 inches. And this white piece is just 1/8 of an inch bigger than that. So they'll go on the middle here. So I'm going to do my stamping on this piece here. So we're going to do some more heat embossing. So I'm going to use that exact stamp that I used before with that. You can see it's got that slight hint of the colour from the ink that we used before. And I'm going to heat emboss that this time. And I'm going to use the happy birthday, and I'm just going to stamp it in the middle of there. And then I'm going to heat emboss that in white again. So then let's put this together. I'm going to add some glue to the paper and then add it to the front of my card. Then I'll glue these two pieces together. And then I'm going to add some foam behind that. I'm using a lot of this foam at the moment because I'm really liking the added dimension, but obviously you can just glue it down. Then I'm going to add that on. And then I'm just going to decorate it with a few gems. I've got these kind of acre-y coloured gems. And then we've got that really pretty card. It's quite simple as well. And then let's do a little fancy fold. Some of you won't be surprised to find out that we're going to make a diamond pop-up card, because I really like it because it's really effective, but it's also really easy to make. So I've just scored at 5 inches and 7.5 inches. I've got a 10 by 5 inch piece of cardstock, and then I'm just going to make a mark at 2.5 inches here at the end here, and then I'll make it at 7.5 inches here, which is basically the same. So then I'm going to cut between this mark here and this mark here, and then I'm also going to cut between this one and this one, so I've got a pointy end to that. So now that I've done that, I'm going to line it up. I've just drawn a black line down the centre of my scoreboard to make things like this easier, and I'm just going to line up this score line here, the one closest to this end, with this mark that we made up here that we've cut to. So then I'm going to join those two up, and then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to do the same the other side. So I'm going to join up this line with this mark. So let's just fold along those lines. So I'm going to set this to one side for a second. So I have got a 3.25 inch square of white cardstock, and I've also got this piece which is 4.75 by 2.25 inches, and I've made a stamp out of that corner die, and I'm going to use this pink ink, and I'm just going to stamp it in two of the corners on this piece, and then all of the corners on this square piece. So then I'm going to add these pieces onto my card blank. So this piece is going to go down here, and then this piece is going to go up here on this diamond. And then what I'm going to do is push those pieces back, so this diamond comes forwards. I'm going to flatten it out like that, and then I'm going to glue under this triangle piece. I'm going to glue that onto that base. So then to finish up, I've just stamped and coloured that flower from the set, and I've also heat embossed my sentiment in white, and I'm just going to add them on with foam pads. So I'm going to add one foam pad and a little bit of glue to the sentiment because it's going to overlap the flower a little bit. So then there's our finished card. I think that's really pretty. Then for my next card, I'm going to do a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card blank. So I've got a 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to just stamp one of these at either end in that same green ink we used before. So then I'm going to use this internal piece. It's the bit that cuts out of the middle of here, and I'm just going to stamp that in the same green ink, and I'm going to stamp it just in the middle there. And then I'm just going to glue this pink die cut around the outside of that so that that falls in the middle. So then I'm going to glue this onto my card front. And then I've got this that I cut and coloured from the stamp set, and this sentiment as well, and I'm going to add those on with foam pads. And I think that's a sweet sentiment, your kindness brighten my day. So then I'm just going to finish this off by adding a few gems. And there's that card finished, and I think the addition of the stamping with the coordinating die really kind of adds a texture and dimension to it. So for our final card today, we're going to be making a circle card. My circle's near enough 6 inches. So I've got 2 of those cut because that's going to be our card base. And I'm going to bring in my box. You can see it's filthy because this is actually a box I just keep for spraying things so that my surface doesn't get dirty. And I've got Abandoned Coral and Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide inks, and I'm going to use both of those on this. And I love these for just making really quick backgrounds. So I'm just giving it a bit of a spritz. And I've kind of covered up a lot with the Kitsch Flamingo, so I'm going to go back in with a little more of that. And then I'm going to set that aside to dry. It actually doesn't take that long to dry. So then I'm going to do some stamping onto vellum. And you'll need a heat resistant vellum because we're going to be heat embossing onto it. So I'm going to use this main image again. And I'm going to heat emboss that in white. And then I'll cut around that. So then this is partially dry, but there's still a few wet patches, so I'm going to dry that off with my heat tool. So then I'm going to grab my other circle. I'm going to just take a teeny bit off the one side, and that will help it stand up. So it's got a nice flat bit to stand up on. And then I'm going to line that up along here so that then I can score about 1/2 inch from the top. So then I'm going to add glue above that line. I'm going to add this on to be my card front. And then while that's just drying, I've got this circle which is about 3 3/4 inches, this one which is about 3.5 inches. And I'm just going to glue those together. And then I'm going to add on our vellum piece. And I'm not worried about hiding the glue too much on this because I'm going to put a flower across the middle, so I'm just using ordinary glue, whereas normally I'd use something like sticky specs if I was using vellum. So that's going to go right across the middle there. So I'm going to pop this one up on some foam pads. So then I'm going to add this circle of foam to the back. I'm going to add that onto there. And then I've got this thank you for being a true friend. So I'm going to add 2 foam dots to this end and then one the rest of the way along, because this piece is going to end up just going on here where there's no foam, whereas this piece will go on here where there's already some foam, and that'll help the sentiment sit level. And then there's that final card finished. So now we've got all of today's cards. I'd love to know which is your favourite. Please do let me know in the comments below. And I hope this has given you some ideas for how to stretch your stash by turning your dies into stamps. I really love the extra depth it can give as well when you use them along with the die cuts to create a different look. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.